Hello and welcome to Running the Table, the podcast where we run through everything on the table in the world of sports. Now it's time to get back to predictions. Let's predict some games. It's Super Wildcard Weekend, so we're going to split it up into two videos. This video, we're doing the NFC games, and the next video, we'll tackle the AFC games. But Tim, are you ready to predict some playoffs?
Hey, the playoffs are here. It should be a fun one. Let's run it.
Absolutely. And to start off, we have an NFC West divisional showdown. The Seattle Seahawks go play the San Francisco 49ers. And for me, this one's pretty cut and dry. One of these teams is on a massive winning streak. The other just kind of barely snuck in. One of these has a quarterback that is an absolute electric factory. The other is Geno Smith. I think it's pretty clear who I have.
Why are you trashing Geno Smith like that?
Hey, well, Geno Smith ain't right back. Let's not forget. That's neither here nor there, though. I have the San Francisco 49ers in what should be a relatively easy win.
Yeah, based on everything coming into this game, especially you just look at these two rosters in specifics. But there's not a whole lot that the Seahawks have going for them that really pushes towards any type of weakness for the 49ers. So I've got the 49ers here as well. There's no aspect of the game other than the question mark surrounding Brock Purdy and how he'll play in a playoff atmosphere. But them being at home for this one, I don't see there any reason why the 49ers don't take this one pretty comfortably.
The next matchup we have on the table is the New York Giants taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Now, this matchup is actually closer than a lot of people may think.
Yeah.
And they played each other earlier, and Minnesota escaped with one of their 11-1 score victories. I mentioned it in the NFC breakdown, the 11-0 and 1 score games. The way I see it, if you flip a coin 11 times, the odds that it ends up the same side of the coin all 11 times is almost impossible. Brian Dable is an absolute wizard. He kind of looks like Hagrid if he had no hair, and he's going to wizard his way with Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley to a playoff victory in an upset over the Minnesota Vikings.
That's not a comparison or image that I really needed in my head, but thank you for it nonetheless. This matchup,
I don't even know if the comparison's really even accurate.
You know what? We're just gonna leave it at that. But
they're big and they do magic.
This matchup's definitely a curious one. With obviously that previous matchup between the two of them going down to the wire like that. But something about this one tells me that I don't think that you'll be able to keep down that Vikings offense nearly as much as they did the last time. And as much as I love what the Giants have done this year, I'm not sure if I really see that coming through against, a team that they've seen before. And a team that played them well and obviously barely squeaked a win against them. But I like the Vikings coming with some adjustments here to the way that the Giants handled them in the first one. And I see them coming out of this one. So I've got the Vikes.
Well, we weren't going to agree on all of them. And quite frankly, it's more fun that way.
Exactly.
And the last matchup we have on Monday night, the matchup that America absolutely hates, the Dallas Cowboys against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Tom Brady. I hate that somebody has to win this game. He is absolutely back.
Yeah.
Where do I even begin with these two teams?
Neither one looks great right now.
Yeah, Dallas is kind of limping. Tampa Bay is just kind of there and with a losing record. You can honestly flip a coin. I don't have the coin near me. I've consulted it before, and it hasn't necessarily gone well for me. But Mike McCarthy is essentially playing for his job, and he's won a playoff game or two from, every now and then from years past. So I think I'll take the Dallas Cowboys in this one.
Yeah,
but I would not be shocked if Tom Brady did his
I don't
devil
think
magic
anyone would
and
be particularly shocked if Brady comes out of this one with a win, because that's just kind of what Brady does. But in this matchup, one of the things that I think, if I had to, if I was a betting man, I would probably bet the under on this game. I see this game being sort of who can get enough going on offense, because I think that both defenses will have their way in a certain fashion with the other team's offense. For the Cowboys, I think their pass rush is going to give fits to the Buccaneers offensive line, which then makes the Bucs passing offense just a little bit more difficult than usual. And for the Cowboys and for the Buccaneers defense, the Buccaneers have been known throughout the season to have a pretty tough run defense. So I think it's going to be a little bit more difficult for the Cowboys to get the run game going, which of course has always complemented their pass game, which is going to force them to be a bit more one-dimensional. Coming out of all of that, though, I actually do like the Cowboys to edge it because I think they have a more versatile offense if their run gets shut down. I think if the Buccaneers have some struggles in their passing offense, I don't really know what else they're going to fall back onto. I'm not a huge fan of their run game with Leonard Fournette and Rachaad White, but unless playoff Lenny makes a magic return.
Dallas. Yeah.
I think it'll be a close one though, for sure.
Oh, it definitely will be.
I don't think there's any stretch of the imagination that this is going to be a blowout either way.
It'll be a fun series of games to watch. And that'll conclude our NFC wildcard predictions. It was a little shorter episode, but we kind of wanted to do this shorter, quicker style, just to kind of do more stuff and have a little bit more fun with it. But we have the AFC predictions up next. If you want to watch our breakdowns of the field of every single playoff team, we have those for both the AFC and NFC. If you want more from us, we got a ton of stuff on the channel to go check out. So like and subscribe for more stuff, and we out.